European leaders are determined to put on a show of unity. But in the coming days, the UK will file divorce papers to leave the European Union. And elsewhere in Europe, there are mutterings of Brexit-inspired departures from the bloc. In France, the far-right leader Marine Le Pen applauded the British vote to leave the Union. If she has her way, France will also be out soon, and the French will be paying for their baguettes with francs instead of euros.
She will hold a referendum to propose that France leaves the EU and leaves the Eurozone to regain sovereignty of our national currency. A monetary union only works if there is prior harmonization of fiscal policy, social policy, taxes, salaries, working conditions, and social taxes, and maybe also political harmonization. We haven't done any of it. Nothing.
For many, an exit from the EU and the Eurozone would be a financial and economic disaster for France. It would also be a disaster for Europe, because while the European Union can survive losing Britain, losing France would bring to an end the project which has underpinned the European order for 60 years. Although for some experts, a Frexit is highly unlikely.
Les Français sont très attachés à l'Europe.
The French are very attached to Europe. I'm not at all sure that if we asked them the question today, do you want to leave Europe, that they would say yes. It doesn't mean they don't complain about the Europe of today. It doesn't mean that they don't have strong criticism. But I think they increasingly take into account how high the cost would be for the French and for the Europeans if France decided to leave the European Union.
Si la France décidait de quitter l'Union européenne.
Le Pen is soaring in the polls, although she's widely considered unlikely to clinch the presidency. But this election is highly unpredictable, and no one is ruling out the possibility of a Le Pen victory or a French exit from the EU. Kate Parkinson, CGTN, Paris.